On America's Got Talent, there are performances that stick with you long after the applause fades, and one such act recently left both the judges and the audience in awe. A shadow dance performance that brought Judge Alesha Dixon to tears is one of those unforgettable moments. The dance wasn't just a technical showcase, but an emotional story told through the power of movement, light, and shadow. And it's something that every American needs to watch. The performance began with a simple but powerful concept: shadows. The dancers, silhouetted against a backdrop, used only their bodies and light to create stunning images and tell a story that was both heart-wrenching and beautiful. The absence of elaborate props or extravagant stage setups made the act all the more captivating. It was just the dancers, the light, and their ability to move the audience without saying a word. As the dance unfolded, it became clear that this wasn't just any routine. The shadows painted pictures in the air, weaving a narrative that explored themes of love, loss, and hope. Each movement felt deliberate, as if every position had a purpose, a way of conveying a message that words could never express. The dancers' ability to use their bodies to create such poignant imagery was astonishing. The audience sat captivated, drawn in by the emotional weight carried by every fluid gesture. One of the most striking aspects of the performance was how it made people feel. While shadow dances are not a new concept, this act elevated the art form by adding a deeply personal and emotional layer to it. The judges were visibly moved as the story unfolded, but it was Alesha Dixon, in particular, whose reaction stood out. As the routine reached its peak, she was overcome with emotion, wiping away tears as she watched the powerful conclusion of the dance. Alesha Dixon's tears weren't just a reaction to a well-executed performance. They were a testament to the emotional resonance of the story the dancers were telling. It was clear that the performance had reached her on a personal level, as it did with many viewers. The use of shadows as a storytelling tool was so effective that it transcended language and cultural barriers. It wasn't about what was being said, but how it was being communicated through movement and light. Shadow dance is an art form that allows for a unique kind of creativity. It doesn't rely on flashy costumes or elaborate choreography, but on the simplicity of light and shadow to tell a story. The dancers' ability to manipulate their bodies and create intricate shapes and figures through shadow was nothing short of remarkable. At times, the shadows looked like animals, human figures, and even entire scenes, all without the use of any props other than their own bodies and the clever use of light. For those who haven't experienced this type of performance, it's an art form that requires a high level of skill and creativity. The dancers must not only be talented in terms of movement, but also in how they work with the shadows and lighting. It's a delicate balance, where one wrong move can ruin the illusion. But these performers executed it flawlessly, creating a visual masterpiece that left an indelible mark on everyone who watched. The performance was also a beautiful reminder of the power of art to connect with people on a deeper level. In a world where we often seek entertainment that is flashy and over the top, this shadow dance was a return to the fundamentals: storytelling, emotion, and the raw power of the human body. It showed that sometimes less is more. There was no need for extravagant costumes, special effects, or even words. The dance spoke for itself. The performance's emotional depth wasn't just limited to Alesha Dixon. The other judges, as well as the audience, were visibly moved. You could hear gasps of surprise, murmurs of admiration, and a collective sense of awe as the dance unfolded. And when the final image was revealed, a powerful visual that encapsulated the entire theme of the dance, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. In conclusion, this shadow dance performance is one that every American needs to see. It's a powerful reminder of the emotional depth and beauty that dance can bring, even without words or elaborate sets. The act's ability to tell a story, evoke deep emotions, and connect with the audience on a personal level is what made it so unforgettable. Alesha Dixon's tears were just the beginning of the impact this performance had on everyone who watched it. It's a perfect example of how art can transcend boundaries, communicate on a deeper level, and leave a lasting impression. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and watch this incredible act. It's a performance you won't forget.